So the goal was to be the first one at breakfast. So I set my alarm. I make sure I'm up by sunrise. I get out of bed. I put on my gear and I head downstairs. But when I get there, Kobe's already there with ice packs on his knees, drenched in sweat. Now, it took me a minute to figure it out, but this guy wasn't only awake before me. He had already worked out. He had just played in the finals days earlier. Meanwhile, I'd been off for months and I was still exhausted. What he had done that morning was incomprehensible to me. That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures.
Legacy! There's power in your name. I don't know what my name meant before I got here, but I know it's going to mean before I leave. What is legacy? When we talk about legacy, a legacy is something that is passed down. It is your mark. It is your footprint in the earth. It is your contribution to the world.
As we know, the Black Mamba's legacy will be more than just being one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And believe me, Kobe was truly a gifted and intelligent student of the game.
We were playing against the Lakers, and I'm going to get there at 3 o'clock. I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. So, you know, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's Kobe. What's up, Kobe, you know? And, you know, so I put my sneakers on, and you ever get lost in what you do where you end up like, wait, it's been an hour and a half? Like I'm here, I'm in it. So once I set my foot across that line, I started working out. And so I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course I still hear the ball bouncing. I look down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. So he was working out for like, it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant or lazy. He's doing like game moves, you know? I sit there and I unlace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch. Another 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play, you know, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand, like, why he works like that. Right. So after the games, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. and I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
Wow. You are leaving a legacy whether you want to or not. Everybody in this room is going to leave a legacy. The question is, are you going to be intentional about the legacy you're leaving? Are you actually going to be intentional, or are you just going to let anything be passed down, anything be given to others on your behalf? If you're going to leave a legacy, you're going to have to remember how you started, but focus on how you finished.
Kobe came and talked to my high school once, but basically he was speaking on people saying, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket type of thing. Don't spend all your money in one place type of vibe. And he said he never believed in it because he felt, if I'm putting all my eggs in a basket to go for this, if I fail and this basket drop and all the eggs break, why nobody told me I could just make more eggs? You know what I'm saying? But when he said it, of course he said it with conviction. Right. He stared straight through us.
Through your soul.
Like, yeah.
What is a legacy mindset? A legacy mindset, it is a way of thinking that causes you to make winning decisions today so you and others can have winning results tomorrow. A legacy mindset is a way of thinking that causes you to make winning decisions today so you and others can see and experience winning results tomorrow.
What did you learn from him?
You gotta think outside the box, and you always gotta be a kid. That's what he told me. I said, be a kid? What do you mean by be a kid? Like, you gotta mature, you gotta be a man. You know, so when you step on the floor, you gotta be a man. Like, show them that you're here. He said, no, what I mean by being a kid He said, kid, use their fantasy. Like you can see a kid being creative and playing with 2 rocks and playing around with them. And he said that when you're a kid, you always want to learn. You always want to learn. You ask questions. You ask questions every time. Why do I do this? Why am I sitting in the passenger seat? Why am I going to school today? Like you always ask questions.
God is looking for people with a legacy mindset to say, in this day, I'm not resting. In this day, I'm planting seeds.
And he wanted to inspire me, and it did. But that was my inspiration.
All right. And what's the other one?
I guarded Kobe in the garden, which I can't remember how much he had, but I knew I had multiple steals against him. To where in the game, in my head, all I'm thinking of is when I have this conversation with my brother after the game, how I'm gonna tell him how I stole a ball from Kobe, how I stripped Kobe before he was gonna take a shot, how I drove by Kobe and got a dunk. Like I'm thinking about all these things in my head. I'm like so geeked. The 4th quarter start.
Wait, you were already celebrating?
4th quarter starts. And Kobe said, "You had a great game."
Oh my God.
Said, "Yo, you had a great game, young fella." But I'm looking like, bro.
There's still another quarter.
I swear I looked at the clock like, but I'm looking like, nigga, it's 12 minutes. What you talking about? Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking shit. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. He ain't said not one word to me. Fella. Oh, locked in. The man come down. You remember he came, shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, bro, you been regular all game. Shot, get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I guarded the first 2 moves. He ain't supposed to have a 3rd counter like that. Like, bro.
God is looking for somebody to be a legacy builder, to have a legacy mindset and say, I'm going to open up a door that nobody can close.
The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. I said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me and that. So I went back. So I went back and told Rick and Big Shot Bob, I said, just get the rebound. He's not passing.
Kobe Bryant and I saw each other 3 weeks before he died. What I remember about that night is I had never seen him that happy, ever, in all the years that I knew him. And we were talking about his happiness. He was talking about me and what I was accomplishing and what we were going to do. And I was talking to him about his happiness. And he said, it's just a good feeling to know there's much stuff that I want to do now that my initial list, I did it all. They can't say nothing. And he said, for the first time in my life, I'm at peace.
Legacy hits everybody. Is somebody willing to pay the price? Can somebody, anybody? That's what God is looking for. God is looking for planters. God is looking for seed throwers. God is looking for people with a legacy mindset.
Mamba, you were taken away from us way too soon. Your next chapter of life is just beginning, but now it's time for us to continue your legacy. You said yourself that everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. So we now take that sage advice to now rise from anguish and begin with the healing.